Hello, it's Lorraine here with a guest design team layout for the lovely Lollipop box kit, using the lovely January Hello Friend kit here to make a mini album that's based on envelopes. So I have these lovely supplies from the kit out on my desk, and I've made a template out of white cardstock by carefully undoing that lovely little airmail craft mini envelope that's in the kit. Just drew around that onto white cardstock and just cut that inner edge where the envelope seals down just to a slightly different shape. Just wanted so I could tuck some things into this. So I've picked out one of each of those lovely papers, those A5 papers, and set aside the duplicates of those for another project. So here I am with repositional glue, just putting on the back here of one of those papers, drawing lightly round with a pencil, so using that just as a template. I'm not going to actually use any of the white cardstock templates that I made for the actual album. They are purely just a template. Great though, because you can save those for another day for something else. So yeah, just wiping off the glue there and going to go around that pencil line carefully with my scissors, cutting that all out ready. It's just the cutest little envelope shape. So it was perfect to undo that craft envelope and use that as a template. They come in done really well. The gummed sort of glue on there came apart really easy. So they're just putting the excess aside for now. Don't throw any of that lovely paper away. And of course envelopes need a lovely scoring line, so I use a ruler and a pencil. Ruler and a scoring tool rather, to make those lines ready to score. So just along side to side where you can see, so the envelope flap, then the bottom flap, and then each of those sides that come in to create where you seal them with your glue or tape. Aren't they the sweetest little envelopes? There, just adding those into the side there. Really easy to do, really quick to do. There's no need for an envelope scorer or maker to do this. You can do this with everything that you have in the kit, your ruler and a scoring tool. So I've gone through all of those papers to do that, so the 4 papers, but left that stamp paper that I'm going to cut apart for embellishing later. You can see on the left hand side. So I'm taking you through how I've tucked them into each other. So you can see how I've laid each envelope out flat, so the actual top flap of the envelope nestles inside the next envelope, and it makes a little book. So off camera, I haven't made you watch this, off camera I've gone with gold thread around sewing machine around the outside of all those envelopes. Keeps them really secure and helps when they're a little mini album to make it a bit more robust, so you can keep looking through it. So I've created 2 sections, as you can see here, showing you the back and the front. Hopefully that's really clear when you cut out and try and put these pieces together. You can see from my examples. So it's like 2 sections there of 2 envelopes in each. And there I've put them together and sewn down the middle. I'm holding them together here with a clip. So that's machine stitching I've done down the middle. But now of each section, so of each section separately. And then here I'm joining the 2 stitch sections together, actually with piercing holes and using that lovely pink cotton thread that comes in the kit. So take you through here when I'm stitching through that book. I'd like to say it's a bit like the Coptic method, but that can get quite confusing, that bookbinding technique, so I haven't really tried to over explain it here. So I've made 5 holes in total, each 1/2 centimetre apart, starting that middle one, as you can see, coming up and then going back, then tying a little knot just to secure it, and then I go back down that hole, and then just back and forth until that running stitch can be seen both at the front and the back. So no need to make it over complicated. The two sections of the book are also obviously secure with that machine stitching down the middle of each section. I did find it handy to use that clip to keep them together so they're aligned. I've just taken it off once that's secured in the middle. Really fun, easy book to put together. Perfect for those A5 size sheets of paper from the Hello Friend kit. So I am going through the layers there, going through the little holes that I've pierced. Putting quite taut through there, but not overly tight, so it doesn't rip any of that paper. It's going back and forth, and you can see how it comes through the other side and how it looks. So you can follow the order I've done of the papers in the book, or mix them up as you please. I really liked how those 4 sheets really worked well together. That postcard one and that lovely sort of lemon. And then you've got the pink envelopes and that lovely green with all those floaty hearts on. Really perfect size prints for this sized mini album too. It's really good fun to make. So I'm going back and forth through there. So the idea, while you watch me stitch there, the idea for this little mini album came from that craft envelope that was in the kit, but also the idea of Hello Friend, and it just reminded me of a book I used to read to my children and now my granddaughter called Jolly Pocket Postman, which had loads of little envelopes inside and little secret letters and things to open. And I really want to make this for my granddaughter, who's really missing her best friend that she's had since, oh gosh, even before they were born really, when the mummies were together in different groups, and she's really missing her friend. So I plan to give this to my granddaughter to put some little notes inside, which you'll see later on in some of my images. Notes inside and little drawings, and to be able to post it to her to tell her how much she's missing her and that she's looking forward to seeing her properly again. So although they catch up via sort of, like virtual means and FaceTimes and all those, I thought absolutely let's go old school with something through the post. There's nothing more exciting than receiving something through the post, especially when you're little. I think she'll really enjoy doing this and giving this, as well as her friend receiving it. Sorry, I'm just fastening that thread at the end. Just a simple couple of little knots there, and then I leave the little stray ends. Just that sort of handmade look. There. So you can see there, I'm just flipping through there to show you how the book looks when those two sections are constructed of those four envelopes. It's quite easy to see where they nestle because of using the 4 different papers, so hopefully that is really clear. You can see how that book constructs through this little process video. Just going down there and just making those flat with my thumb. Yeah, really pleased with that. So I'm just showing you how that is. So I'm just moving that so that sits back, folds those pieces over, make the edges nice and clean. So I'm thinking here how I want to make a little cover for this. You can probably hear my brain whirring at this point, going through thinking, okay, what sort of cover shall I make for this? I have a really good idea of using that little craft envelope that was used for. So here you can see the craft envelope on the front cover. I've embellished it with some of that lovely turquoise bag, just concertinaed up, a journal strip, that hello cloud, and a little heart. So I could take you through the book, that gorgeous tag held down with a piece of the banner, washi tape, and the top part stuck. Thought that could be a colouring in page for my granddaughter's friend. Added little photos on the back of that. In this pocket we've got a piece of that lovely craft lined paper. Stuck one of those little heart stamp stickers on the top, so it's like a proper little letter in there. So she can write a little note to her friend, do a drawing, whatever she feels she wants to add. So you can see the photos, they're backed here on pieces of the papers left over, as well as some of the reverse side of some of the stamp fussy cut pieces from that last sheet. I've added those little flags at the side cut from banners, added onto a scrap paper. Made like a little envelope shape there again, embellished with that hello. That little banner cut apart with that little heart charm, best friends, tied at the top. Little sticker, happy Galentine's. And then another little piece of that craft line paper, she can add a little note. And one of the little cut apart stamp shapes, she can add a little note or picture on the back or leave it blank. And then we can flip it over here, we've got some of the banner washi tape at the top there. Another photo with some of those journal strips stuck. That lovely bird there, stamp. And then tucked in this little flap here is the Hello Friend banner with snail mail journal strip at the top. And I've folded a piece of that that graph paper in 4 size to fit on the back. It's almost like opens like a little map. So she's got more of an area to draw a picture or you know, add a little note for her friend. And there again too, she can add some little things on the back of there. That little bird charm is so cute. So I left that top page there to look quite simple, like an envelope. And you can see I've left all my turned all my photos black and white, so it all coordinated really well with the little book. So that little acetate piece there comes from that little bag that the charms and things are in. So it's perfect for using under there. Just secured it under the photo. And there I've got, you can see where I've added some other little things, and that little miss you cut apart with the grid paper on the back. So that is a little book. You can see how I've sealed it at the back with that little miss you ephemera piece. There's it fully extended out, so you can see how that was put together. It's a really robust little book. I think, you know, this can be, you know, looked through many times by little fingers and stay really secure. So I hope you've liked looking at my project, and I really look forward to seeing your ideas, what you make with the kit too. Thank you for watching.